The official charges in this case are severe: first-degree murder, multiple counts of arson, indignity to a human body, and accessory after the fact. These are the exact charges leveled against two men from the cities of Mississauga and Toronto. Their target was David Robson, a 65-year-old man living in the quiet township of Melancton. David Robson's death triggered an investigation that immediately crossed regional borders, pulling in evidence of arson, a stolen SUV, and multiple people working in tandem to obscure the facts. When investigators arrive at a chaotic aftermath like this, they have to reverse engineer the crime. They start with the physical destruction left behind and work backward, assigning specific legal culpability to every single action the perpetrators took. To understand exactly how David Robson died, we have to look closely at the legal charges. They provide a precise map of the suspect's attempted cover-up and exactly where they failed. The clock on this investigation starts on Thursday, March 21, 2024, at roughly 5 p.m. That is the exact moment David Robson was last seen alive in Melancton. Following that sighting, there is a complete 4-day gap of silence. It isn't until Monday, March 25th, that David is officially reported missing to the authorities. This timeline isolates that critical 4-day window. In Canadian law, a first-degree murder charge requires the act to be planned and deliberate. By charging Jacek Trela with first-degree murder, investigators indicate the violence during this gap was calculated. The situation changed on March 25th. Police received the missing person report as emergency crews were dispatched to a fire at David's residence. This is where the arson charges enter the record. Both Trela and a second suspect, Piotr Olszewski, are formally charged with arson in connection to the property. A house fire coinciding with a disappearance suggests a deliberate effort to destroy evidence. The physical fire represents a coordinated attempt by both suspects to obliterate the primary crime scene and erase any forensic link to the murder. The timing of the blaze shifted the focus of the case. With the primary scene destroyed by fire, police began looking for signs of a coordinated attempt to hide evidence. But the perpetrators overlooked a massive logistical flaw. On that same Monday, police noted a third crucial element missing from the property: David's vehicle. Take a look at this vehicle. Investigators immediately launched a manhunt for a black 2017 Kia Sportage bearing Ontario license plate DAMZ 252. The suspects were now driving a mobile crime scene. The narrative jumps forward a week to the morning of April 1st. Police respond to a discovery at the intersection of Chinkakowsi Road and King Street, a deceased individual left near the roadway. A post-mortem examination confirmed the victim's identity. It was David Robson, and the official cause of death was homicide. The condition and location of the recovered remains led directly to an additional charge against Trela: indignity to a body. The charge reflects the treatment of the victim's remains during their transport and disposal. This map illustrates the spatial forensics of the crime. The suspects used the stolen Kia to transport the victim far away from the burned primary crime scene in Melancton, dumping the remains at the Chinkakowsi intersection. This geographic movement connects to Olszewski's charge: accessory after the fact to murder. His legal culpability lies in managing the logistics of moving evidence across regional borders. The perpetrators relied on geographic distance to create confusion. Instead, moving the body and driving the stolen vehicle left a physical footprint that connected both accomplices to the murder. That evidence footprint eventually cornered them. On April 28th, authorities arrested 29-year-old Jacek Trela in Mississauga. Soon after, police apprehended 42-year-old Piotr Olszewski in Toronto, finalizing the multi-jurisdictional sweep required to close the case. To hide their actions, Trela and Olszewski used fire to destroy the primary scene and stolen transportation to move evidence across the province. The specific anatomy of the final charges proves that the cover-up failed. Investigators successfully linked an abandoned body, a stolen Kia, and a burning house into a single timeline of events. No matter how much chaos a perpetrator creates, methodical forensic work tracks the physical footprint backward. By reading the debris left behind, investigators cut through the smoke to secure justice for David Robson and the Melancton community.